This is for you.
Well. The Philadelphia Eagles have gotten their coach. Adam Schefter has reported that Nick Sirianni is going to be the next Philadelphia Eagles head coach. Where did this come from? I feel like he came out of nowhere. I don't know what to feel about this. I haven't had enough time to really look into it. But, yeah, we got a head coach, y'all. How do y'all feel? Talk to me. I don't even know. Honestly, I just got off I just posted. YouTube was hating. I just got off a call this morning. We just put up the video with, I can't even talk. I'm just surprised. Bo Wolf. We were supposed to go live at 2, but he kept on hinting that he might be a little bit busy at 2. We see why. It's just crazy. I expected it soon, but I did not expect it to be him. This is kind of crazy. I really don't know what to say right now. I want to be able to tell you, hey, this is what we're gonna get. Look, from what we've heard, from what we've gathered from Bo this morning, especially, is that this guy is basically a lot like Doug in the sense of he's gonna get along with the players. People are gonna like him. He's a players orientated coach. Obviously, he had say in play calling. Didn't necessarily do the play calling, but had say in it. He's not a bad prospect. Yeah, he's not a bad prospect. Yeah, man. Everybody's saying Duce, man. Yeah, man. Bruh, this is I feel like, Brandon's in the chat. Shout out to my guy, Brandon. We both talked to Bo, and we both talked to Zach Berman, and I feel like the overall consensus was kind of, this might be time for him to move on. I think it's best for him to move on. This organization hasn't really showed that they appreciate him that much. So it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate, honestly. But yeah, man. I mean, everybody that's in the chat, shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Let me know what you guys think. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe. I'll be on here for just a little bit. We are going to be going live tonight with Dunn and Drew to start our mock draft. I'm glad that I started it, when I did, because now at least we have a coach. And we'll have a maybe a little bit of a clearer picture of what we're going to do with this number 6 pick. Now, who's his posse going to be? That dates me right there. I'm over here saying posse, but who's his coaching staff going to be? Is he going to be able to retain people like Duce Staley? Is he going to, be able to retain people like what's Holmes' name? Stoutland. I'm surprised I missed his. This is going to be interesting. My guy Joey Shake says, I feel really good inside. I feel like this is mainly for fixing Carson Wentz, and it makes me nervous that they're putting all of this in that reason. That's what I've been saying. Look, I'm cool with going forward with Carson Wentz. I'm not against that. I like Carson Wentz. I think he's the more talented quarterback. But if we go into this offseason with a mind frame of what can we do to fix Carson Wentz, this team is going to be bad again. And, it's going to be a domino effect that, therefore, Carson Wentz is going to look bad again. You can't, it is what it is. Like, Carson Wentz has all the talent in the world, but if our team is not playing well, it's not going to help Carson. We have to go into this offseason thinking, how can we fix this team? Not how can we fix Carson? Because I feel like if you fix this team, Carson will, kind of follow. I'll go through the comments. I wasn't really going through that. I just kind of was talking. I'm just in shock, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm kind of in shock right now. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. We got 20 people in the chat. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you think. what's going on. If you're on the Facebook side, you're probably on my personal page too. I have the link to the actual YouTube page. Come on over. If I'm not reading your comments, it's probably because I can't see them. So shout out to Pat's Nation commentary. What's good? What's good? It's a new era. It really is. Peterson to the Sirianni era. I think I'm saying it right. I hope I'm saying it right. I hope I'm saying it right. Damn. Yeah, it's crazy, man. My dude Duce. Yeah, man. Duce needs OC. It's gonna be very interesting. We'll see if he wants to, if he wants to stay. It's gonna suck. I mean, this is weird. The one thing that I'm kind of upset about is that this gives me the impression that Howie's not gonna lose any of his power. Howie's probably gonna be the exact same person. Duce definitely does deserve promotion or a big raise or something. We need to look out for this dude. All right, Nick is a great coach for us. He coaches hard. Yeah, I've heard that. Like I said, I heard that he's like a player's coach, but he will coach hard, when needed. I mean, the interview's a little bit outdated, but now because we have our coach. But if you guys go look at the interview we just did with Bo Wolf, like, he gave a good breakdown on who Nick Sirianni is. Obviously, at that point, we were both kind of in between, Josh McDaniels and Nick Sirianni. But he did say it was going to happen pretty soon. So shout out to Bo Wolf. All for Carson. Hope it works. It's, hey, I don't know, man. I think we all saw that we had way more problems than just Carson Wentz. I mean, remember Sirianni was under Reich. Yeah. We'll see what happens. Sirianni did not call plays. Duce has to go if he wants to advance in his coaching career. Clearly, it's not going to happen here. Yeah, it's definitely not going to happen here. But, Sirianni he had say in play calls. He had say in calling of plays. He didn't necessarily call all the plays. I think it's very similar to like a Doug Peterson situation. I like this pick. It really sounds like Doug 2.0. Everything we liked about Doug, gotta wait to see if he has the flaws. Yeah, it really does sound like that. I didn't want to say that because I didn't want to, put him in that box, but it does sound kind of like another Doug Peterson. That's just kind of, but that might not be a bad thing. Sometimes people just, they lose the vision, or they have different sights, man. They have different sights on this. Philly fan all day says, let's go. Lisa says, good hire. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what he can do, man. We will see what he can do. I don't know what that says. I want to hear what coaching staff he brings. That's going to be the biggest part of this. That's going to be the most important part of this. And we've said this from, probably like a week ago. We said this from probably a week ago. We got to look at who's going to be on this coaching staff, because no matter who the head coach is, we have to have people that are going to develop this talent. That's my biggest thing. If we can't get somebody that's going to develop this talent, it's all for waste. It doesn't matter what plays you can call. It doesn't matter what play design you got. I mean, it obviously does, but we have a lot of young players, and we need somebody that's going to develop this talent. I'm interested to see what we're going to do with defensive coordinator, because I don't feel like there's many big names out there that he could pull. Like, we'll see. We'll see. What's up, Pat's Nation? About to post my vid. Okay. I like that we're taking a shot on somebody. Yeah, but then, do you take a shot on Duce Staley? What did you see in this guy that you don't see in Duce Staley? That's my thing. Because while, yes, like I said, he did have say in play calls, we don't know how far that arm reach. We don't know how far that stretches as an offensive coordinator. So I don't know. I kind of do feel bad for I do kind of feel bad for Duce. I just feel like he just keeps getting passed over. This type of hire, even Doug, I feel at the time, that type of hire, you could have made the argument for Duce over Doug at that time. Obviously, we see what happened with Doug, but we'll see. We'll see what this guy has. Hey, by the way, a lot of current offensive head coaches didn't call plays. Yeah, that's a fact. It's not a necessity. It's not, I think people overplay that fact. And I said this before on my Twitter, I think. Follow me over there at Philly CP. But I said, Eagles fans when we hired Doug, we were like, oh, he doesn't call plays, and now it's like not that big of a deal because Duce, we might want Duce. So I mean, hey, it's not that big of a deal if he calls plays, but it is what it is. It's not the hugest deal. It's all about your staff. That's why I feel right now is obviously your head coach is important. It's important to see who's going to be running your team, but now I feel is the real story to be told. Now is when we're really going to see what he's going to be surrounded with and if it's going to help him succeed. Be More Careful says, okay, now Pep Hamilton for OC and Jarrett Mayer for DC. That'll be interesting. That would be interesting. Now, like, it comes down to what do these people really want to leave their situation? You know what I'm saying? If they do, then hey, we welcome them with full arms. And if we get somebody especially if we get somebody like Jarrett Mayo, that makes me happy because that makes me feel like we might actually go ahead and grab a linebacker. Imagine Micah Parsons. I would go nuts. I would hate to be that guy, but another black coach not hired as a head coach. It is what it is. I'm not gonna say, I'm not gonna say anything on that too edgy, but I will say that I feel like they kind of use Duce as a pawn. That's what I say right now. I feel like they used him as a pawn this time and last time. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Definitely go watch that video that me and Brandon just did, because the more that I think about it and the more that we're talking, there's definitely a lot of stuff that we talked about that doesn't just have to do with the head coaching, that does have to do with Duce, and we do hit on that Rooney Rule. So definitely go check that out because it was a good take by him. I seen that guy mic up and he looks like a locker room guy. I like it. Yeah, he look, like I said, he's a players first type coach, and we've succeeded with those type of coaches. So I'm not mad at the pick, but we have to see who's going to be around him. That's the biggest thing. Shout out to Lenny D. I like the hiring. Yeah, man. Listen, I think Josh McDaniels, I would have had to sit here and really kind of sell him. I feel like Nick Sirianni is what he is. We know what he is, and we're going to, it's just going to be about his coaching staff. With Josh McDaniels, I feel like that would have been a huge step because he's somebody that might want, a lot of power. And if we're not willing to give a head coach all that power, 2020 vision, Nick Sirianni, offensive coordinator from the Colts, has been hired. That's who's been hired. Duce for OC. I'd go get Chris Richards from. Now, is he still with the Cowboys? Or is he? Because I keep hearing that name, and I would not be mad at that at all. Duce for OC. 1,000% agree. So yeah, let me know in the comments. We got 30 people in here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Who are you going with? Who do you want to see as this coaching staff around him? Because that's to me, I feel like that's the most important part right now. You ain't wrong though. He really is not. Duce needs to leave. He can't stay as OC. He's not going to gain any recognition here. No, he's not. This, unfortunately, man, I love Duce. Duce is my guy. But like I've said, a number of people have said it's just time for him to move on, man. He's not getting the recognition or the love, or even just the props. I mean, they give him, I feel, a lot of empty promises, a lot of empty, roles. I don't know. I don't want to go too deep on the whole Duce situation. I feel like I can go hours on him, but this is a great hire. Wow, Howard. This is a great hire. I feel you. I hope so. What up? About time we hire someone. I heard that he likes to run the ball. We'll see. I mean, you see the progression, from obviously, the quarterback situation wasn't the greatest out there, but you saw the progression from his running backs. There was a time and place where I saw Jonathan Taylor damn near benched. People were thinking he was a bust, and then he kind of went off in the second half of the season. So we'll see what he could do with Miles. This will be interesting if he can get, Boston Scott. We've seen Boston Scott be utilized properly. If he can get, Corey Clement utilized properly, we still might have talent on this team. We have to see it used properly. Who got hired? Yeah, Nick Sirianni. Hell yeah, we called plays. I'm sorry. I wasn't planning to go live, y'all. I need a little bit of. All right. Hell yeah, he called plays for the Colts dynamic offense. And he got the most, it's not saying much, but he got the most out of Phillip Rivers this year, I guess. Who the hell is that? Yeah, offensive coordinator from Frank Reich, basically. But yeah, the Colts. We still need a head coach. It's going to be interesting. This is basically, I feel this very reminiscent of the whole Doug Peterson hire. So we'll see how it goes. No, he's not with the Cowboys anymore. Okay. So yeah, what is he doing? Well, I'm surprised they didn't give him a DC spot, especially with Mike Nolan being trash. Great hire. I hope so. I kind of want Mike Kafka as OC. I doubt he'll come over here. I mean, he might. What is he right now? He's still a quarterback's coach, but apparently we weren't interested in him for a head coaching interview. So Juan Castillo for D coordinator. Let's do it. No, just move Stoutland. Just move Stoutland over. That's the new offensive line coach. Move him over. Sirianni is what Lurie wanted, a puppet. Howie wanted McDaniels. Lurie pissing me off. I can't disagree right there. I mean, we'll see how it plays out, but it's looking like he's getting a little bit too involved in this right now. No, I want Corey Clement gone. I'm sorry. I don't know. I think Corey Clement, we've seen what he could be. He's good, man. He's not a runner like that, though. He's not an in-between. It sounds weird to say because he's a running back, but he's more of a receiving back. He's more of a scat back, and we didn't use him properly. We barely used him. So I don't really know. It is what it is. I didn't think he called plays. He didn't necessarily call plays. What I was told is that he had say in play calling. So take that as what you will. Maybe it's, helping him scheme or something like that. But I was told that he had help or he had say in it. TF, were they doing with Josh McDaniels for 9 hours? Dead ass, bro. 9 hours, he'll never get back. I couldn't do it. I mean, I think there was another person that they interviewed for a while after him, and I can't remember. I'm blanking on the name. I'm blanking on the name, but I think they had like a 4-hour interview. But this one went like 2 days. This one apparently went until today, and then they just made the deal today. But that's pretty crazy. The lack of resources on linebacker was on Howie Roseman. Was on Roseman or Schwartz, because hopefully this guy makes it a priority. That's a good question. That's a great question. Look, I mean, a lot of people put it on Roseman because sources say that Schwartz wanted a safety. Obviously, that would have helped us a lot, and I believe he wanted a linebacker as well. Obviously, that would have helped us out. Howie Roseman apparently decided to go with Jalen Hurts, and apparently decided to go with Jalen Reagor instead of helping the defense. So it might be Howie. Those are what the people are saying, but, we'll see. Hopefully, look, he said he would give up a little bit of power when Josh McDaniels was the candidate. Hopefully that bleeds into this guy. Hopefully they both, that's still a thing. We'll see, though. I'm sure they'll be going live pretty soon, which I don't know if I should go live with it. I know I wouldn't be able to. They probably might kick me off. Let me not do that. I'm not going to do that. But I'll do like a post, we'll talk about it. I'm sure we'll talk about it. I go live every day. Let me just shut up. I didn't want Josh McDaniels. I would take Duce Staley over Josh McDaniels. We'll see. I feel like this is a Duce Staley. This is another Duce Staley. At this point, yeah, I would have took Duce. I would have took Duce Staley over Nick Sirianni. At this point right now, if I'm being 100% honest, it's like the same amount of risk, in my opinion. So we'll see. Pep Hamilton is the reason Herbert looked the way he did. If not him, then the Clemson OC. We'll see what his Rolodex looks like. I mean, we were told that Duce Staley had a pretty good coaching staff, if not great coaching staff, in place, ready to go, on deck. He was ready. We'll see if this guy, has that same pull, or if Duce Staley can be part of his staff and he can help him out. We'll see. There's a lot of questions unanswered. So I'm still in shock. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still kind of surprised right now. Funny 9-hour interview with McDaniels to get duped by the Colts organization. Karma. That is very true. I did not think of that. That is actually hilarious. That is very true. I did not think of that. Karma is a B word, bro, but she's beautiful. She's beautiful sometimes. Question is, will Duce leave now? It's a tough question. It's a tough question. Look, a lot of people have been saying at this point, if you get passed over in any job this much, and the way that it's happened, the way that it's kind of gone down, at what point do you kind of just say, okay, I got to move on and go try and find my opportunity, wherever that may be. We saw that there wasn't much of a market for Doug Peterson this year outside of one job. So the one thing that I think will kind of make Duce Staley want to stay is that there might not be a huge market for him unless he's willing to go to the college route, where there might be some openings. I haven't really looked at that, but that's probably the biggest question right now. I might just do a full video on that and just kind of get some more information if I can about it. I'm sure we're going to hear a lot of things, though. And the other question is about this roster. The roster was obviously texting Jeffrey Lurie saying that they wanted Duce. Who are those people, one, and how are they going to feel about this? That's a big question we got to ask. If they were leaders, this is big. This is a big moment right now. That a lot of people can either be very happy with this and this can go very well, or this can go very bad. This can go very poorly. That'd be Jordan, all of them. Yeah, that's like darn near 2 days, though. Duce didn't get no 9 hours. Duce had an interview. He didn't get no 9 hours. Make McDaniels a OC if he wants. If he wants to, it's the same position. I don't know if he would, want to move laterally, because at this point, it's like you have to look at yourself. He knows the inside. Obviously, I don't, but he would probably have to look at himself, look at his job, and say, all right, how long does Bill Belichick honestly have? Because he's most likely, unless they do Staley him, he's most likely next in that, in order for that position. So, it's hard. It's a hard sell right now. We don't really offer much in the way of an offensive coordinator. So it's going to come down to who this head coach knows. Possible trade, Nick for Carson. Nick who? Nick what? Nick Nack Paddywhack. Give me my cap space back. We could do that. I ain't doing no Nick Foles for no Carson Wentz. Don't you do it. 9 hours of Larry trying to convince Josh to let him meddle in football operations. Josh said no. Josh, nah. It would be interesting, even though for his own good, Josh McDaniels should probably not say anything, because of his past mainly. But it will be interesting to see if he does say something and if he comes out and says, this is kind of what happened at the interview, because I would like to know. I understand that sometimes, they go long and everything, but, pause. But 9 hours is crazy to not get the job. And I said this before in the live. My bad, y'all. But I said this before in the live, how do you tell a man after 9 hours, like, thanks for chilling, you had your tea and crumpets or whatever the heck they were eating, but nah, you ain't get the job, bro. You ain't get the job. And that's what they basically did, unless there's more to it. A trade, yeah. This is going to be interesting, man. This is going to be interesting. Like I said, we definitely go watch the video that we did with Bo Wolf, because we talked a lot about the Carson Wentz trade. Obviously, the main thing was kind of the coaching at the time, but we talked coaching, we talked the trade, we talked the draft, which was very interesting, and how that dynamic is working out. So very, very proud of that interview and very happy about that interview. So definitely go check it out after we get out of here. And definitely like it, share it, kind of try and blow it up for me, because, that's how we get these people on here that, really don't have to take the time to come in and just like give me inside sources for no reason. So definitely try and, push it out so more people want to come on. I appreciate you guys. All right. Anyways, no one wanted Duce or even knows he exists outside the organization. I wouldn't go that far. I think he's a name that people respect. It's just that he doesn't have much experience in the way of a head coach. So That's, I think, where I am. I think that's where I am. Even as a fan, I love Duce, you know what I'm saying? And I think he's a great person and a great coach in general. It's just like you have no background. You haven't shown me anything. And it's partly mainly our fault. It's mainly our organization's fault that they haven't really let him do much and haven't let him grow. So, it is what it is, man. I like Duce, but there's just not much of a market for him. Shout out to my cousin Melvin Castro coming in here trolling me about my Nets. It's okay. We lost. I'm not mad. I'm a little bit mad. I'm very upset, actually. When you got to go back to football after the Nets. hey, bro. So my internet was my internet was like geeking. I was trying to stream the game and talk, and my internet was geeking, bro. My internet was geeking. That's hilarious, though. We know we going offense in the draft. That's where it looks like where we're going. I don't want to put my money on it. Let me get a wrench. I gave you a wrench, I think. Did I? Yeah, I gave you a wrench. I got you. We giving out wrenches, man. We giving out wrenches. Just share with your friends. You know what I'm saying? Let them know you a moderator on a podcast. You part of the family. That's how we moving. This is a Carson Wentz hire. It seems like it. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think we should spend this offseason trying to fix Wentz? Is that a good, I don't want to say waste. Is that a good, use of our time right now? Is it smart to take this offseason and try and build around Wentz? And then if we're a bad team around, because that's the thing. If we're bad around, Wentz, come on, man. Like if I'm sorry, I'm trying to read and talk and I can't do it. But no, if we grab Wentz, all right, if Wentz is our quarterback next year, okay, that is at least 2 to 3 year decision. That's at least a 2 to 3 year decision, right? So if he's bad next year, knowing us in Philly, man, and I place blame on myself as well, bro. I'm with you guys. We are kind of bad Eagles. We are bad fans. But we're not bad. We're just very passionate and we're very loud. And not bad. That's a terrible word for it. We're just very passionate. We're very loud and we're very, into what is going on. So reason I say that is, bro, are we really going to give Wentz another chance? Let's say he has a bad season next year. We're going to be right back where we are. And we're most likely going to have to give up Jalen Hurts. So, this is a big decision. Maybe it is a Carson Wentz hire, but if it is, strap in, boys, because we might be exactly where we are right now next year. And that'll be scary. I hate to be negative. I see a lot of new names in here. What's up to everybody? Please do be sure to hit that like. Please hit that subscribe button. We are trying to grow. I'm trying to get to like 1,100, by like the end of the month or something. I think that would be doable. That would be awesome. We're close. Possibly Frank Reich said you can have Sirianni if you give us Carson and no compensation. Imagine that. Imagine the next headline we see is Carson Wentz gone to the Colts for like a 7th round pick because they'd have to give us something technically. Imagine that. I read that Duce would go back to his college alma mater. I know he was. Correct me if I'm wrong. Where was it? Because I don't even want to say. I want to say it was like South Carolina, but I know I'm wrong. Either way, I know Duce Staley got an offer last time that we went through this scenario with Doug when we ended up hiring Doug. He obviously chose to stay, but would not be surprised if that happens. Bro, hi, Dylan. How's it going, man? What's up? All right. You like this move? I'm not mad at it. It's for me, it's more so about what happens around him. I need to see the staff that's going to be around him. I'm not mad at the pick. The more and more I think of it, I'm getting more to the point. It's like, why not Duce at this point? But it is what it is. I want to see the staff around him. This was a great hire overall. Nick was a huge part of what Indy did with their run game and design overall, just like Frank. I can agree with that. And Darius Slay, kill it for us this year, brother. It's been a minute since you've been in this in one of my chats, man. Welcome back. Yo, watch his mic'd up moments. He has good energy. Yeah, shout out to my boy Brandon. Brandon actually showed me some of them. He sent me a YouTube or a Twitter clip of his mic'd up moments. And yeah, he has energy, bro. He has that, passion and everything. We're gonna like him. If we win, we're definitely gonna like him. I think that our issue with the press conferences might be fixed because I feel like he's one that will take accountability and he'll place accountability as well. Not in like a placing blame type way, but he'll say what's going on, in my opinion. Shout out to TJ, says you're killing it with the insider interviews, bruh. Keep it up, but you an inside plant or nah? Nah, I'm not DJ Vlad. Don't DJ Vlad me, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that to me. No, bro. It's honestly everybody that's subscribing, everybody that's liking, everybody that's sharing the videos. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to link with these people, and they give me a chance to interview them, and it's for you guys. It's really you guys that get me the interview, so I do appreciate it. I mean that. But no, I'm not no DJ Vlad, no insider. I ain't no plant. Just subscribe. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Melvin says, trade Wentz, build around Hurts, get a better O-line. Our O-line is good. Our O-line is fine. We had a lot of injuries on our O-line. You know what I'm saying? I will agree that we do need to continue to build on our O-line, but it's the defense for me. It's that defense for me. You know what I'm saying? We really need to fix that defense. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We are at 33 people. Please do hit that like, hit that subscribe, share it with a friend. Let's definitely I'll chill on here as long as you guys want to. I do got to leave like at a certain time because we do have to do the mock draft tonight, but definitely want to get everybody's opinion on this, man. It's crazy news. I appreciate everybody taking some time and chilling with me. Imagine if the coach trade for Carson, then Reich hires SOC. Surprise me. Bro, I don't know. I wouldn't even throw it out the window right now. It's a very, very big possibility. If we would have stayed with Hurts, we would end up like Lamar, even if we go to the playoffs. Oh, if we would have stayed with Hurts, he would have ended up even if we go to the playoffs. You mean if we would have stayed with Hurts? What do you mean by that? Like next year, you think? I'm kind of confused by that. I'm sorry. I haven't had enough coffee yet. My bad, y'all. We're going to trade Carson for some picks. This is I hate to keep saying this, but like Bo Wolf said this was the exact domino that you needed to fall. And it did. So we'll see. We'll see. We need somebody else that's going to compete. We need somebody that's going to kind of, go tit for tat with Colts, for lack of better terms, to kind of make it a good package for us. Otherwise, then you're kind of just giving them up. But it could, this could definitely happen. Too much baggage trade Wentz. I've been saying we cannot go into next year with both quarterbacks. That's just something that can't happen. So we'll see what happens though. I'm intrigued since he was both a former quarterback and wide receiver coach. He should be able to develop our team. And that's what I've said from the beginning, especially once, the big guys go, the big names go, if you will. Once Lincoln Riley said he's good on us, I was just like, I just want somebody that's going to, develop this talent that we have. We know the cap situation. We know everything. So we need to get what we have going. Trade Hurts and get something good for him. Once clearly wasn't the problem. There's a lot of ways of looking at this. There's a lot of ways of looking at this. At the end of the day, Wentz's cap number is what puts the risk on him. If Carson Wentz was still on his rookie contract and we were talking about this, that's totally different. That's totally different because you can then see what he is and you can figure it out from there. Right now, we're paying him to hope that he goes back to what he is, and then he'll lose all of his value if he isn't. If he doesn't go back to, being good. So, and then if he does go back to good, obviously we don't want to get rid of him. So it's kind of a, it's a hard situation to put yourself in. Yo, Philly, the podcast. What up? I can't believe the Nets. Yeah, the Nets lost. I know. Let's go. Never heard of the guy. He came out of nowhere, to be honest. I mean, I feel like he became a name maybe a day or two ago, maybe a couple days before that, but I had no idea who. I had no idea that he was even like that big of a. I think it actually broke when we were on the live with Zach Berman. Yeah, we were on live with Zach Berman that morning, and we got the notification that Sirianni was getting an interview, and then boom, now look at him. I was surprised Duce didn't get the job. I kind of was, but I kind of wasn't, unfortunately. I'm a huge Colts fan, and I'm telling you, Sirianni is the man. I hope so. I appreciate you coming in here. Congrats to Eagles and their fans. I appreciate that. Hopefully he is. Patiently waiting for his staff to be announced. That's the biggest thing right now. Shout out to everybody in here, man. We're almost at 50 people. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, share it with your friends, man. Let's try and blow this up, bro. Let's go. This is a big time for the Eagles, man. Let's get every Eagle fan in here. The team has no confidence in Wentz play leadership. Players like Doug fired. No one going to play for him, and as soon as he struggles, fans going to go crazy for Hurts. It's there's a lot of risk, man. There's a lot of risk. So there's a risk between. All right, so there's risk and keeping Wentz, because if he's not good and you try to get value out of him down the road, it's just not going to be there. But then there's risk in letting go of Wentz, because we all know all too well that every Eagle player that leaves here, as of late at least, goes on and just has a resurgence of a career. So there's definitely risk on both ends. Congrats on not hiring Patricia. Bro, if we would have done that. Shout out to Philly Insider Podcast, and shout out to Speak Easy Sports. I think he's at you're like 20 away from 1K, bro. Let's get you there, bro. Everybody go check my guy out. He covers Detroit. He actually has a really, really dope interview with Darius Slay. So definitely go check that out. I am ecstatic. Shout out to my guy Philly Insider Podcast as well. Another really good. Really, he gets some dope interviews. So I'm gonna hop in his DM and see how he's doing it, because I'm getting jealous. But he says, I am ecstatic, amazing hire. Sirianni is a low-key genius, attacks matchups, uses misdirections, plays to player strengths, especially tight ends. Goddard is gonna have a monster year. I'm with it. Yeah, that's what I definitely heard. That I heard he's more of a matchup guy. So we will see. I'm sorry. I'm looking at every single update just in case. I doubt that we'll get a notification about them getting hired right now, but you never know. Keenan Allen had his best season under Sirianni when he was wide receivers coach in 2016-17. Same with Tyrell. Let's see. I dig this hiring a lot. I'm with it. I'm not mad at it. I am not mad at it. Matt Castle's Pro Bowl season in 2010 was with Sirianni. Oh, wow. That's actually, I didn't know that. That's see, that's why I'm telling you. Inside the pocket, he be knowing, man. He be knowing. He with the shits. This is the best hire for the Eagles. Look, out of the candidates left, there was an obvious difference between him and Josh McDaniels, right? There's a almost polar opposite between the two. One is more of a head coach that is about his players, more of a Doug Peterson, basically. I mean, let's be real. Sirianni screams Doug Peterson as far as how he treats, day-to-day operation type things. Like, he does supposedly have more of a mean streak than Doug Peterson, which is good, but he is very similar to what Doug Peterson was. But then you have somebody like Josh McDaniels, who is just the exact opposite. He's more of a disciplinarian, more of that guy that's going to, instill that phrase, do your job. That's what he was, born on. That's what he was raised on as far as coaching goes. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how the players respond to this, because unfortunately we all know if they feel some type of way It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Now they might keep Ertz. Sirianni loves 12 personnel. Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting because if you get rid of Carson Wentz, you're pretty much you're open. If you can get rid of some of that money, if that's a real possibility, that opens up a lot of, we'll see. There's a lot of people on defense that could go that are older. There's a lot of, we'll see. We can literally go anywhere. Sirianni also likes to get the ball to playmakers within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. Strikers can have a great second year if he can stay healthy. Hopefully, man. Hopefully, the training staff, he figures out what's wrong with that training staff too. Fix that too. Can we get a new one of those? But I don't expect Hurts to be on the roster by August, which makes me sad. We'll see. One of them has to be gone, and I hate to say it like that because I personally think that it's not a bad thing to have two quarterbacks that are good. Especially we're watching proof why you need two good quarterbacks in this playoffs right now. Moving forward, you don't know what's going to happen, right? But it is what it is. One of them has to go. Obviously, we just can't, as an organization, deal with the drama. So one of them I feel is not going to be on this roster next year. LOL, at Wentz wasn't the problem. He was one of the problems. He was definitely one of the problems, but I don't feel like he was the overall, biggest problem. I feel like I said, he was one of the problems and a big one because he's the quarterback. But there was definitely a lot of big problems on this team. There's a lot of problems on this team. I'd love if he promoted Duce to OC. Is that a promotion to Duce, though? That's my thing. Because right now he's the running backs coach and the assistant head coach. So I don't know. Is OC really a promotion? Maybe it is to him. Maybe it is. I wouldn't be mad. I'm hype right now. Hey, that's how we should be. We should be happy. I'm not mad. That's probably the biggest thing right now. I'm not upset. Duce is the wrong color. Duce deserves it. I mean, hey, man, it is what it is. I hope Duce gets some type of bigger role in this organization. I really do. I'm a big fan of Duce. Shout out to Philly Talk Podcast. That's my guy. Definitely go check him out. That's the brother. I'm gonna definitely be working with him pretty soon. Hopefully. Duce should be packing his bags now out the door. If I'm him, I'm out. If I am him, I am out. I'm not sticking around for this because, this is too much. There you go. Good jump. 15 away. Let's get it. Y'all going to get it. Y'all going to be right there. Thanks, bro. I appreciate you. You got dope interviews and definitely DM me. I can def help you out. Hey, see, look at that. That's because we family, bro. That's family right there. There we go. All right. Damn. See, and then when I try to go down too much, it just skips all the comments. Great news. Definitely is great news. And Castle did have a good career, I meant to say. When he left the Patriots, he went to what's it called, right? I'm sorry. I'm getting so many texts. You know how it is. As an Eagles fan, everybody got to text you and act like you don't see the news about your team. But he went to the Chiefs, if I'm not mistaken, right? He didn't do that great, from what I remember. Who is this man? Who, me? You talking about me? No. Nick Sirianni. Nick Sirianni was the offensive coordinator for the Colts, man. I mean, we'll see it's all about the staff right now to me. It's all about the staff to me right now. Shout out to everybody that is in the chat. Let's try and get this stream to 30 likes. I don't know what it's at right now. But if we could get to the 30 likes, I would appreciate that. Wentz is fixable, practically untradeable. Keeping him is the only option. It is the only option unless he wants to leave. This is all on Wentz. I've said this numerous times. If Doug Peterson was the issue for Carson Wentz, then we fixed it, and we'll be moving forward with Carson Wentz. But nobody's coming out and saying anything. Jeffrey Lurie has went as far as saying the decision is up to the coach. So we will see. We will see. He might be safe. He might not be at all. Wentz has a terrible contract, and Hurts has a lot of potential. Wentz does not have technically. If Wentz is good, if Wentz does good, goes somewhere and plays well, his contract is actually decent. realistically. If he plays, up to his 2017 potential, his contract's not that bad. And he'd have to restructure it in some type of way in order to make it possible for us to trade him anyway. So it only makes it better. So, in terms of him playing poorly, yes, it's a bad contract. But overall, Sirianni sounds like a great leader, great at developing players and arguably schemes, and can help us win on first and second down. Yeah. Hopefully he brings us back to that running team that we used to be. That's what we need. Sirianni is a great hire overall. Don't think this was just about firing Carson. He was a wide receiver coach. Fixing Carson, a receiver coach, and so it seems more about fixing the offense. They've said that's what they were leaning to. We obviously all went over the press conference that Jeffrey Lurie did, and that's kind of what he was alluding to, that he wanted an offensive guy. So, they got him. Hurts ain't going nowhere. We'll see. We will see. Trade Wentz, starts Hurts, Khalil Tate, Wildcat. We will see. Anything is possible right now. All right. Age contributed a lot to our injuries. We should deal a lot of our D-line. That's $60+ million in cap hit. Yeah, that's why I say we should really worry about our defense right now. But we will see. I know a lot of people are fixated on fixing the offense, which it seems like our team is too. Our franchise is too. So I'm probably the wrong one here, but it is what it is. I'm so glad we're keeping Wentz and have a coach that will do what's best for our team. Hopefully he's that guy. Hopefully he is that guy. Smash that like button. Definitely smash that like button. I feel like people are assuming Wentz still wants to be here. What if he wants to be traded anyway, despite us drafting a Frank Reich clone? Listen, yeah, that's the risk that we're running right now. If Carson was happy that Doug Peterson is no longer our coach, I feel at some point he would have came out and kind of squashed some of these rumors just to get some of the heat off of him. Because I don't care how much you say you don't listen to the media or you block this out, block that out. You hear what people are saying. Like you at the end of the day, you know what's going on. You know the narrative that's being pushed, and he's not saying anything. Rivera Wentz is not untradeable. The coach Fernandez would take him in a heartbeat. Exactly. And like I said, there would have to be, talks had before it happens. Sirianni is someone that is really under the radar, but he is great for Philly. I hate that Bieniemy and other black coaches are getting jobs. That's what it is. I don't know what to say to that. It sucks. It is kind of tough, but hopefully it changes. I think Wentz's future in Philly depends a lot on Eagles fans embracing him. Yeah. This coach will definitely run the ball, and they ran the ball 35 times week 17, and Jonathan Taylor ran for 250 games. Imagine Miles Sanders with 30 carries. Big facts. We hired a new training staff last year, and the head trainer is a stud, but with coach. Whoa, I don't know what just happened. But my bad. But yeah, all right, anyways. Yeah, I don't know what just happened with my internet. Welcome to Florida where there ain't no internet. Whenever it get windy, lag is all you get. There's no way Howie and Lurie makes this high without Wentz input. I really like Brandy again. I like Sirianni. Let's see what he can bring. Yeah, man. So we got a new coach, bro. Like I said, tonight at 6:30, we are going to be going live to start this mock draft series. And we're going to have Jaguars being represented by Dunn and Drew. Very cool podcast. Very cool guys. Very excited to have them on here. But yeah, it's going to be fun, man. I'm looking forward to it. I appreciate everybody that came through here. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe on your way out if you are new. But I'll see you guys at 6:30. And hopefully Nick Sirianni is the guy. If we get like a defensive coordinator or an offensive coordinator, maybe I'll hop back on for a quick minute. But for now, I'm gonna take off. Yeah. But other than that, y'all know what it is, man. It is fly, Eagles fly. And we are out here. Awkward pose in peace.